Hey guys, welcome to the video. Please take a moment to like and subscribe. And before we carry on with this new battle report, just a note that in the last battle report I was planning to make it a one-off mission, but I just enjoyed the Cabals so much that I thought I'll take it as the first campaign game. So before we continue with the next battle report, which is going to be the campaign game number 2, let's go have a quick look at the results from the first game and have a look at their post-mission events. So first of all, we have to look at the soul loss results. This is done for every model that is killed in the game. They don't actually die, but things will happen to them in terms of the effect of the death, so to speak. So for the Grievous Sympathy, the Demented Cabal, they lost 3 models in the first game. Vecheron, the Devout, the Madness Demon. Yeah, he rolled up Atrophy. Now that's bad because you lose a -2 to one of your stats. I chose to reduce his combat by 2. Now this may sound a bit of a stupid thing since his combat is only 3 to begin with, and this would only leave him with a combat of 1. But the thing is, I'm looking at him in terms as a support character rather than just as a combat monster, because a combat of 3 is not good anyway. But by reducing his combat -2 to reduce it to 1, he can then use his ability to make an opponent within 3 inches have a combat of 1. And that can have a really big effect. So that's what I decided to do for him. We also had Doom Grasp, which was one of our tentacle beasts, or tentacle demons. He had Twisted, and then we also had Foul Ooze. Nothing happened to him. For the False Dogma, the Judge's Cabal, they lost 4 models in the last game. Pathgar, the leader, and Dreth, the Devout, nothing happened when I rolled on the table. Bloodgrind got a Twisted result, nothing major, and Bloodthrob got a weakened. All negative results, no good results on the table at all. But it'll be interesting to see how Vecheron, the Devout Madness Demon, how that's going to actually work in the game or not. The next thing of interest for the post-mission campaign events were the rewards. Now, Grievous Sympathy won the game. They defeated the judges by killing the leader, and the reward for winning the scenario, they got 11 souls. In terms of rolling on the table to see whether they got any essence or any relics, no rewards were rolled. For the False Dogma, the judges, they actually got a reward from the table. They got Essence of the Wanderer, which allows for a model with the essence to roll 2 dice when they enter terrain, and selecting 1 to see what the result is. So that could be quite strong. I decided to give that to Bloodthrob.
Rain in Hell, campaign game number 2, The Twins.
So for campaign game number 2, I rolled up the scenario The Twins. So for this scenario, there are 2 cursed relics set up near the board center, and one must be used to destroy the other. So a model carrying 1 relic must destroy the other relic. It has light terrain, maximum of 5 rounds, and you can get an extra relic possibly as a reward. Now for this game, I had an idea regarding a terrain element, a different terrain element, void gates. I used World Games Hellworks terrain set for this, and in the terrain set they have these sort of void gates. So I was wondering how I could actually use them within Rain in Hell. So what I thought was you could place 4 to 6 gates around the board, and then a model can enter the void gate as part of their movement, but it would always count as running skirmish. So if you go through a void gate, you would never benefit from additional combat afterwards. And then what you would do is you would roll to see which of the other gates, or which of the gates, including the one you went through, you would actually exit from. It's completely random. So you could exit from the gate that you entered, which would kind of waste your move. But I thought this would be an interesting way to maybe add a little bit of randomness to the game, possibly set up some ambushes, some flanking. So yeah, this game's a kind of a test for this as well, to see whether this is a viable terrain idea. Also, I decided to base this game in Vecheron, which is the realm of Pathgar, Pathgar's home realm, which is based on islands in this infinite sea. So I built some terrain to represent islands, to kind of, I don't know, to give it a different kind of effect in terms of movement and appearance. But I think for this game I'll keep them as stationary, but I've also been kicking around the idea of maybe the islands moving. So you'd maybe roll a d10 to get direction, and then maybe they would move an inch in a random direction, each island kind of thing. So the terrain is never stable, it's never in one place. Again, something that I'm just thinking about, that okay, for this game I'm keeping them stationary, but I'm thinking about maybe the islands moving in a future game. Just a couple of things I'm thinking about. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas on this.
Vecheron, the realm of 1,000 islands. Deep, dark seas hide terrors without number. Each island is unique, based on individual demon designs and desires. Pathgar, a demon lord from his blighted realm, has heard rumors of a pair of cursed relics, hidden on a small group of islands not far from the realm's border with Vecheron. He takes his minions to claim these treasures for his own.
Here we go. This will be Battle Report number 3, Campaign Game number 2. As I mentioned at the start of the video, Battle Report 2, I was going to play it as a one-off, but I decided let's do it as a campaign. So I've taken into account the post-game effects. We're now gone to Game 3, Battle Report number 3, which is Campaign Game number 2, which will be the Twins. So for this game we have 2 relics in the center of the board. The Cabals are going to try to get one relic and destroy the other one. Now that can only be done when the relic is not being held, so what you need to do is to kill the creature that's holding the relic, and then maybe having your guy with the relic come in and destroy the relic before somebody picks it up. That's the plan. So over here we have the false Dogma, the Judge's Cabal. They are deploying in this corner on this island. Over here we have the Grievous Sympathy, which is the Demented Cabal. And this is Lorkbex. So they're deploying on that island. The 2 relics are here under this statue, and here under this statue. So this is the statue that actually has the sword, so that represents the relic, and then this is the statue that has the axe, and that's the relic. We're going to start off by rolling the activation dice, which are these d12. Now each Cabal still only has 7 guys, so we'll be rolling 7 dice for each Cabal. So we'll start off with the false Dogma, the Judges. So we'll take their 7 dice and we will roll. And not too bad. We have an 11, we have a 10, another 10, we have a 7, a 6, a 5, and a 4. That's for the false Dogma, the Judges. Now let's roll for the Grievous Sympathy, the Demented. Now again, their leader has this ability, Maddening Insight, As long as the leader, Lorkbex, is alive, I can re-roll any of these initiative dice. Very powerful ability, as we saw in the last game. So rolling the dice, what do we get? Okay, we got a 12, we got a 10, we got a 9, and an 8, and I think I will re-roll the last 3. So we'll re-roll these. Okay, we've got another 12, we got another 8, and we have a 1. Okay, so we will have 2 activations, the 2 12s here first, then we will go to the 11, then we will have to roll off the 10s to see who goes first, etc, etc. So let's get the game started. Now the Demented, the Grievous Sympathy will go first. They have 2 12s. So what I'm going to do is activate the Mephit, who was the hero in the last game, Death Belch. I think I'm going to activate him to actually grab the relic. Now this is dangerous because for the terrain for this game, I did roll up forests and then I rolled to see if they were having special rules. And they did. It's a corpse forest. Now, because these are just single trees on a base, what I'm doing is if you come within 1 inch of the base, then it will have the effect. So for corpse trees, the corpse forest, you have to roll a d6 if you come within range of the forest. And on a 5+, they suffer d3 damage. Now, this is going to be dangerous, except for the Slaughter Fiend of the judges, because he managed to get the Essence of the Wanderer, where he can roll 2 dice for terrain effects and select 1. So it's less damaging for him, but for everyone. Okay, so we will move the Mephit Death Belch to the relic. That's 4 inches. So he will move over here. This was a 12, so he activates on the 12. So he gets to the relic that spends 4 of his movement, so he has 8 inches left. Now, again, he's within 1 inch of the forest here. So he has to roll a d6. On a 5+, he takes damage. On a 2, so he doesn't take damage. Now for his remaining move, since he now is going to have the relic, I think he wants to move clear for the moment, because he can't quite reach. I mean, it would be a bloody quick game if he could reach that other relic there and just destroy it straight away. So I don't really want him to get into combat yet. I think he's just going to wait for somebody else to kill somebody and then he'll just come in and destroy the relic. So I'm just going to move him over there to that island there. But again, these void gates could be dangerous if somebody pops out behind him. I'll move Death Belch 8 inches, so he can't get to the island anyway. So I'll just move him back. I'll just move him back to where he was. So Death Belch comes back to here, and he has the relic. So a little bit of blue tack on the back of the relic. Stick it to the back of the figure. Alright. Death Belch is now carrying a big axe. One of the relics. And he has activated. Okay. Now, the Demented have another 12 activations, so let's have a think. I'm going to move. I mean, the tentacle guys are fast. The tentacle guys have got a move of 8. Yeah, let's move one of the tentacle guys. Okay, so he moves 2 inches to get onto the bridge, and then 6 inches along the bridge, which brings him to about there. Okay, brings him to about there. Let's just double check. 6 plus 2. Yeah. So, Tentacle Beast is activated, and this is number 2. So this is Foul Ooze. It's Tentacle Beast number 2. This is Tentacle Beast number 1. Right, so those are the 12s done. Now we come to the False Dogma. They have an 11. The Demented only have a 10, so we can activate one of the False... the False Dogma now. The Forest is going to be a problem again. Do I want to risk the Spined Demons, or... Yeah, I mean, that's what I was planning to do. But it's only within 1 inch, so as long as I stay outside of 1 inch of the forest, I should be fine. But I need to get that sword. I need to get that relic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate this guy here. And this is Spined Demon number 1. So Spined Demon number 1 is Windrend number 1, number 2. So Windrend. We're activating him. He has a move of 6. So he will go to there, up to there, avoiding the forest. So 6 inches there. Okay, and that is activation 11. Right, now we have to have a roll off with the 10s. So the False Dogma have 2 10s and the Grievous Sympathy have 1. So let's see who goes first. Okay, so it will be False Dogma, and then Grievous Sympathy, and then False Dogma. Okay. Right, so second move for the False Dogma. I think I'm going to activate the other Spine Demon. So he will move again 6 inches. So we're going to move 6 inches, keeping him away from the forest for the moment. Then we have Grievous Sympathy. Now I've moved the Tentacle Beast up there. Don't really want the other Tentacle Beast up there just yet. I could move the Leader there, or should I move the Slaughter Fiend? I think I'll move one of the Slaughter Fiends. So I'm going to move the Slaughter Fiend. Okay, Slaughter Fiends can move 5, and they're quite slow. And they're going to block the bridge. So then I'm going to move my Leader. Lockbex. Lockbex has a move of 7. So he can't get through another thing, so he'll just go behind. He'll just move behind the Tentacle Beast. So we shouldn't move the dice out of the way. Lockbex will move up there. And that will be his activation. So they're both on the bridge. Now we're back to the False Dogma for the last 10. And we will activate... Thing is, that bloody Mephit can go anywhere, can't he? I think I'm going to move one of the Corpulent Demons. Corpulent Demons, they're only going to move a 4, so I think they're going to start moving them up the thing. So I'm going to move this guy. He's Corpulent Demon number 1. So Corpulent Demon number 1 is Bile Slake number 1, number 2. So Bile Slake. He will make a move up the bridge 4 inches. Okay, so he gets to there. Let me check the distance, make sure I haven't overdone it. Yeah, 4 inches. So he goes there. Okay. Next, the Demented have a 9, 9, 8, 8, and then over here for 7. So these guys have got another 3 activations, and then the judges have 4, and then it's back to here for 1. Okay, so 3 more for the Demented. I think I'm going to move my Madness Demon, Vecheron. I think I'm going to move him. I'm going to move Vecheron behind the leader, because with his injury post-match last time, I decided to reduce his combat to 1. Now that sounds like a stupid idea, but he has that ability where he can make a creature within an enemy within 3 inches have the same combat ability as him. So I think he'd be more as a support. He doesn't fight himself, but he basically screws up anybody who's fighting. So we will move him behind Lorkbex. That will be the activation 9. So Vecheron has a movement of 5. So 2 inches and plenty. So he goes right behind Lorkbex. So he goes right behind Lorkbex here. And that is activation 9. Okay. Now we have 2 8s. Now, what am I going to do with these other guys? I mean, the Mephit's already gone. I've got 2 Slaughter Fiends and a Tentacle Beast to go. I don't need to go near that forest, do I? So I think I'm going to move. The Slaughter Fiends. Should I move them through? No, I need to. Should I move them through? The trouble is, if they come out of this gate here, because when you go through a gate, as long as you've got enough movement to get to the gate, and physically move your base into it, you then roll. You roll a d4 to find out which gate you actually come through. You can actually come back out the same one, but it's completely random which gate you come out from. So, I mean, if I move the Slaughter Fiends through this gate here, it's completely random where they turn up. Now, if they turn up here, they're probably going to die, because there's 4 guys here who haven't activated yet. And if one of these Slaughter Fiends comes out here, he's dead. So it's probably not a good idea at the moment. It's just too much of a risk. 25% chance for each one. They could even come out the same one and basically waste a move. Again, I don't think they need to at the moment. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them around to this. Bring them around this way so they can move onto this island here. Now, again, I think in the rules there's no rules for jumping. So I'm just going to assume that if they've got enough move to move across the gap, then it counts as okay. But the thing is that Slaughter Fiends only have a move of 5, so they're not going to get far. So 5 inches gets them to there. So this guy gets to about there. Give him his 8 dice. The other Slaughter Fiend, again, same thing, but he can't move through enemies, so he's basically just going to be right next to him. Oops, don't want to move the Void Gate. So this guy would also get to about here. Give him the other activation 8. Okay, so that's what we've got there. Okay, so we've just got the Tentacle Beast here. He'll be going on 1, so he'll be the last to activate. He's got a movement of 8. Got to think about what I'm going to do with him. Now, back to the False Dogma, the judges. We now have 4 activations. We have our last 4 activations before the Demented have their last one, so I can activate the rest of my figures. Now, what am I going to do? Now, the Slaughter Fiend is good against terrain. He rolls twice and picks 1. So he's safer against the forests than anybody else. I mean, should I? But again, he's only got a movement of 5. Slaughter Fiend, Blood Throb, Essence of the Wanderer, but he's only got a move of 5. Yeah, his life also went down because of post-game effects. I think. But again, everyone's blocking him at the moment, so I need to move the other guys out of the way first. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to. Let's bring the Executioner over to join the Spined Demons, I think. Bedreth, or Dreth, he's got a movement of 5. So I don't know whether he can... Oh yes, he can get across. No problems. Again, staying out of the 1 inch from this forest for the moment. So he can move across there. Move the dice there. So he gets over to here. His activation dice. 7. Okay. So he's moved there. The Corpulent Demon, I think, will follow the other guy, so he will move 4 inches over there. So he will move over to here. Yeah, give him his activation dice. Now, Pathgar. What's Pathgar going to do? Pathgar has a move of 7. He's quite fast. Alright, so I think Pathgar, I'm just going to bring him to the edge of this island, over to here. And then the Slaughter Fiend, I will move over here, next to Pathgar, ready to go across and grab the relic, maybe. Okay, so all the judges have now moved. All the judges have now moved. We have the last Demented to go, and that is the Tentacle Beast there. And this is Tentacle Beast number 1. Tentacle Beast number 1 is Doomgrasp. So Doomgrasp has a move of 8. Should I get him across the island? Let's have a look. Can he get across? Yes, he can. So he's going to go over here. He's going to jump over the gap, and he's going to land onto the island there. Okay. So this is the end of turn 1. No combat yet, of course. The Mephit Deathbelch has got the first relic. He's picked up the axe relic for the Demented. The sword relic is still here in front of this statue, but you have the judges coming around ready to collect it. Again, I mean, Deathbelch might be able to reach it, but again, that would make too easy of a game. Let's just see whether he can actually. Again, because these are islands, I didn't actually measure 6 inches because they wouldn't have fit in, so I just put them on an island. So it's a little bit closer than he should be, but he can't. I mean, he can get close, but I mean, if he had soul dice, I could have used them to add to the movement, but he can't quite make it. So okay, that's good, because otherwise the game would be the game would be over in 10 minutes and no combat and bang. Okay. So this is the end of turn 1. We collect the activation dice and roll again for turn 2. Oh, this is a D4 that I'll be using for the void gates. So turn 2 coming up. Time to roll the dice for turn 2. So Demented first. What do we get? We got a 12, 2 10s. 8, 6, 6, 1. I think I'll keep the 8, but I will re-roll the other 3. Okay, much better. So 2 more 8s and 5. So these are the activations for the Demented, the Grievous Sympathy. Again, this ability is pretty powerful, the ability to re-roll any initiative dice. Alright, now for the judges, the False Dogma. Let's see if Pathgar's guys can get a decent roll. Oh god, terrible. Okay, we've got a 12. A 9. A couple of 7s. A 6. A 4. And a 1. I mean, the Demented have got better dice again. Again, with that ability, it's not surprising. So, let's see what we've got here. Well, I mean, the tentacle beast here could actually get in contact with the sword, but he doesn't have the relic, so I don't think he can destroy it. You have to be carrying the relic to destroy the other relic. So again, this is going to be a disadvantage of going first. Actually, I really want the Grievous Sympathy to react this turn, not to go first. The Mephit can probably go across there. Okay. Well, anyway, both Cabals have a 12, so we have to roll off. So blue for the judges, red for the Demented. So judges go first, Demented goes second for the 12s. Alright, so judges, the first activation, I need to get that relic. I need to get that relic and get out. But my guys are fairly slow. The Spine Demons move at 6. My Executioner moves at 5, so I can do... I mean, if I get this guy, this Spine Demon here, he can move 4 inches to get into combat, and then he can move back 2. That could help. But then he'd be within 1 inch, so I'd have to test for damage from the Cursed Forest, or Corpse Forest. And then next turn, he'll still be within 1 inch of the base of the forest. I'll have to test again next turn. Oof. It's got to be done though. I've got to get the relic, and he's the closest one. It's going to be one of them anyway. Alright, so we will activate this guy, Spined Demon number 1, which is Windrend. So Windrend is going to move in, pick up the sword, and then move back as far as he can. So we think we measured it just now. It's about 4 inches to the sword, and he will then move back 2 inches, so he will be back just by the statue there. So he will move, pick up the sword, and then move back to there. So we grab the sword again. We got a little bit of blue tack on the back, so we can stick it to him. Let's just move him out so I can stick it to his back. So he now has the sword. What's that thing from Big Bang Theory? I am the sword master. Okay, so he now has the sword. He's moved back 2 inches. He went on activation 12, but now I have to see whether he was hurt by the forest. So on a 5 or 6, he takes D3 damage. Yep, here we go. Okay, D3 damage. 2 damage. So Windrend takes 2 damage. He has 7, so he is now down to 5 damage. Okay, but he has the relic now. Okay, so now we have the Grievous Sympathy Cabal, the Demented, they have a 12. I've got to move this Tentacled Demon out of the way to make the space clear for the other guys. So this is Tentacled Demon number, come on, focus, number 2. So this guy, Tentacled Demon number 2, which is Foul Ooze. This guy here, he has a move of 8. Yeah, I can't just take the standard values anymore because of injuries and everything else. The stats have actually changed for the individual characters, so I have to check for each one now. So Foul Ooze has a move of 8. Don't really want to move him too close just yet because the other guys can get to him. So what we'll do is we'll move him around the back. He can't reach. No, he can't reach. So we'll move him along the bridge to the edge of the bridge, which is 3 inches. And then he will move another 3 inches over to here, another 2.5, 3 inches over to there. So Tentacle Beast Foul Ooze moves here. Activation 12. Getting ready to fight next turn, I think. Okay, good. Now we have a 9 for the judges. We have 2 10s for the Grievous Sympathy. So I'm going to move Lorkbex, I think, and the Madness Demon, Vecheron. I think I'm going to move these 2 guys. Or should I move this guy? Yeah, I think I'm going to move this Tentacle Demon next, and then Lorkbex. Yep. Okay. So this guy can move 8. That brings him right to the edge of the island. So he moves, he moves all the way to here. That's his activation. I want to use these void gates at some point, I think. Maybe the Slaughter Fiends can do it this time. So he could move up to the rock as well. Yeah, let's do that. I'm just going to move him up to the rock here. So Lorkbex just moves down here to the bottom of the rock. So he activates at the 10. Okay. Alright, now the Demented's next activation is on 8. The judges have a 9, a single 9. Now I need to get some blockers up, I think, to help him. So do I move? I've got to move the Spine Demon, haven't I? I want to clear the way for the Executioner to come in. So what I'll do is I'll move this Spine Demon here to block the path. Yep, so I'll do that. So the Spine Demon moves in front of the other guy. Plenty of move for that. Okay, next for the judges is 7s. For the Demented we have a couple of 8s. 3 8s. So the Demented can now move 3 guys. Now I think the Mephit will be last. So let's move everybody else. So Vecheron, the Madness Demon, has a move of 5, so I can move him up to about there. So Vecheron moves up to about there. He needs to get closer to support and use his ability to change combat. Yeah, okay. Slaughter Fiends. Now, what am I going to do with these 2 little doggies? Should I send them through the Void Gate? Might be good as a diversion. I want to try it anyway, so let's do that. So we'll try this guy first, and then we'll do this guy because we've got 2 more 8s here. So I'll activate this guy first. So getting to the gate is 3 inches. So Slaughter Fiends can move 5. Okay, so once he comes out the gate, he can only move 2 inches anyway. And I think for these void gates, you come out at the center. So I don't think he can get into combat with anybody anyway. But what the hell? We're trying the rules and see how it works. So this Slaughter Fiend here will go through the gates. That's 3 inches, and he'll come out of a random gate. So we'll take our D4. I know it doesn't look like a D4. The D4s that I have are very dark. I don't know whether they'll come out on camera, but this is a D4. It's just a different design. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Come out at 3. So 1, 2, 3. So this Slaughter Fiend runs into the gate and comes out of that gate, and he has 2 inches of movement, which is not enough. It's not enough to reach anybody. No, because you have to be within half an inch to fight, and he's 3 inches away. Oh, so close. All right, so he's got 2 inches left. So what I'm going to do is just move him over here. So I'll move him 2 inches over here to the edge. So he will move 2 inches there. Give him the activation dice there. Okay, next we have this guy. Now, if this guy comes out the same gate, he may be able to get into combat because he's closer. So to get through the gate, it's going to cost him 2 inches of move. So that means he will have 3 inches. So if he comes out this gate, he will have enough move to actually hit this guy. So this guy goes through this void gate. Now let's see where he comes out. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So he comes out over there. Okay, little doggy, Slaughter Fiend doggy, he comes out there. He has 3 inches more move, so he can actually move to the edge of the island there. So he moves to there, ready for next turn. That's okay, that's a nice little, what do they call it? When you attack from the side? Forget the word. Okay. So those are all the 8s. The Demented have the 5 left for activation, which will be the Mephit, Death Belch. But now the judges have 3 activations, 7, 7, 7, and 6, and then 2 after the Mephit. Okay, so we got 3 activations. 3 creatures to move. So I need to move the Executioner because you're kind of blocking the way. So maybe I can move him, the Executioner. Oops. Maybe I can move the Executioner up here. Slaughter Fiend can start coming this way to protect this side. And Pathgar, these guys are going to get hit, aren't they? Maybe Pathgar can attack this guy, actually. I mean, he's pretty decent at combat. Yep. Okay, so the Executioner first, Dreth, has a movement of 5. So he can move up. He can basically move up to there. Okay. Still no combat. So he moves up to there. His activation dice. The Slaughter Fiend. Bloodthrob. Bloodthrob is going to... What's his move? Bloodthrob 5. So he's going to move over to here. So he'll get just managed to get over that route. But you'll have to make a check for the forest. Okay, we'll do that. So, Bloodthrob moves to here, under the forest. If I can get the... Oh, his hand. Get out of the way. Okay. So he manages to fit in there just. So he goes on the 7. There. Pathgar, right? I think Pathgar's going to charge. He's going to charge that Slaughter Fiend there. This guy. So I think Pathgar's going to charge this guy. So Pathgar. Yeah, I think he can look after himself. He has a move of 7. Is this guy within 7? Easy, yes. He's 5.5 inches away. So he's going to charge in. Charge there. And we're going to have our first combat of the game. Pathgar, the Zealot leader versus... Oh, I'm going to have to find out which Slaughter Fiend this is. 1 second. This is Slaughter Fiend number 2. So Slaughter Fiend number 2 is War Spittle. Alright, so Pathgar. Pathgar is charging, so he gets +1. He gets +1 to his attack. So his combat is 6, but he gets +2 because of Frenzy. Slaughter Fiend has 6. Okay, so the Slaughter Fiend is going to be rolling 6 in defense, and Pathgar is going to be rolling 8 in attack. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so Pathgar needs 2s to hit because his combat is higher. That is all hits. So 2, 4, 6, 8 hits. War Spittle only gets 6 combat in defense. He needs 6s. Now, are these 6s or 1s? These are 6s. So he gets 2 6s. So the 2 6s take away 2 hits. So that means he takes 6 damage. Now he has 10 life, so he's down to 4. When he'll hit back next turn with focused, because Slaughter Fiends get a bonus with focused combat when they're already in combat. And then you've got this guy that can charge in as well. Okay, these guys better turn around. And these are the guys that I haven't activated yet, so they may... I don't know whether they're going to be fast enough to actually get into combat. I don't know whether they can actually reach. But those are the 2 judges. Yeah, these are the 2 judges, Cabal, that I haven't activated yet. Alright, so now Pathgar is done. We are back to the Demented with the 5, and then we'll be back to the judges for 4 and 1. So, the Demented last one is 5. That would be the Mephit. Now, do I want to rush the Mephit in just yet? Or do I want to wait? Because I want to try and get into range, so as soon as I kill the Spine Demon, I can actually zoom in and whack the relic. But he's pretty well surrounded at the moment by his friends. So what should I do with the Mephit? Should I bring Death Belch over here with the protection of the Tentacle Beast? Should I bring him over here? No, I think this would probably be the safest place. So on the 5, I'm activating Death Belch the Mephit. He can move 12 with running skirmish, so he gets to there. So Death Belch with his mighty relic, his mighty axe, gets to here. Okay, so he's all kitted out, ready to do some damage. I mean, he's not the... Again, it's tactics. He wouldn't be able to slaughter or to kill a creature with the relic and then get the relic himself. So what I'm planning is somebody before him will kill the creature, and then, again, depending on the activation dice, he can actually move in and smash the relic. Mephits, I think, would be pretty good for that. Tentacle beasts as well. Alright, so he is activated on the 5. He is done. Demented are all activated. They're all done. So now it's just down to the last 2 judges. Now, the Corpulent Demons are slow. Corpulent Demons move at 4. Oof. Can they reach the Slaughter Fiend? Oh. 2. This guy can. This guy can't. So this guy's going to charge the Slaughter Fiend. This guy is just going to move forwards. No, he's going to move back to protect. So this Corpulent Demon is going to activate on the 4, and he's going to charge the Slaughter Fiend. So 2. Oh, Corpulent Demons, every time they activate, they get +2 life left, but these guys haven't lost any life. So that Slaughter Fiend move his dice. This Corpulent Demon moves 4 inches to here. Put his activation dice there. And he will charge and attack the Slaughter Fiend. So Corpulent Demons have a combat of 4. There's no difference here, I don't need to look it up. They charge, so he gets a +1, so he's rolling 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Slaughter Fiend has a combat of 6, which is higher, so that means the Corpulent Demon has to roll high. So he gets 6 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll be 5 dice for the Corpulent Demon, 6 dice for the Slaughter Fiend. But the Corpulent Demon has to roll 4+ because his combat is less. 5 against 6. So we need 4+ to hit. That's pretty good. He missed 1. So that's 4 hits. 4 hits, 1 miss. So the Slaughter Fiend needs to roll 6s to defend. Oh wow, he gets 3 6s again, just to confirm. These are 6s, so he blocks 3. So he takes 1 damage. So he was on 4. Now he's on 3 life. Right, and for the last activation, we've only got 1 left. That will be this last Corpulent Demon. Now, I think I'm just going to say that you can't jump over this to here. I mean, he's got the movement, but I don't think, to make it fair, I don't think you can jump from a bridge onto an island. So he's going to have to either go forwards on his own and possibly get smashed by somebody, or come back and help protect Pathgar. Pathgar doesn't really need much protecting, but I think I'm going to bring him back anyway. Just bring him back 4 inches, which brings him back to there. So this guy will just come back to here, just in case he's needed. Or he could go through the portal and maybe come out there and hit the Mephit. Again, he's only got a move of 4. So to get out there, 2 inch. No, he won't be able to reach it. He needs 3 inches to get to the Mephit. Okay. All right. That is round 2. So this is the situation at round 2. We had a little bit of combat over here between Pathgar and one of his Corpulent Demons and the Slaughter Fiend, I think War Spittle. Over here we have a little bit of protection for our Spined Demon with a relic. And then over here we have the Demented coming in to move to attack, and then you've got Death Belch with a relic just waiting in the background ready to pounce. Round 3. Right, let's roll the dice. Judges activation dice. What do we get? Nothing brilliant. The thing is, against the Demented, you can't really plan on winning the activations. But sometimes it's good to react. I don't think this turn I want to react. This turn I think I wanted to go first. Never mind. And then for the Demented, okay, we got a 12, we got an 11, we have a 10. I mean, the dice roll's better than the judges anyway, even without the bloody. I think I'll re-roll. So we've got 12, 11, 11, 10, and I've got 3s. I've got a 6, a 6, and a 5. I'll re-roll these. You never know. Meh. We've got an 8. And 2 3s. The Demented have got 3 activations before the judges. 12, 11, 11. And then we got to roll off for the 10s. And I'm not doing the automatic one, I'm just going to roll again, keeps things simple. Now, Lorkbex can definitely, I mean the Tentacle Beasts have got a move of 8. Lorkbex has a move of 7, so they're fast enough. I mean the Madness Demon won't be able to come into effect because he's only got a move of 5, so he's going to take another 2 turns to get into to use his ability. We'll move in this guy. This is Tentacle Beast number 1. So Tentacle Beast number 1 is Doom Grasp. He's the one with a slightly higher combat but slightly less life. So he has a move of 8, so he's going to charge the Spined Demon here. 8 inches, no problem. So he will charge there. Okay, so he will attack, so he's got 5, a combat of 5, plus 1 for charging, so that's 6. Now this Spined Demon is Bloodgrind, so he has a combat of 7. 2, 4, 6, 7, but the grappling arms gives a -1. So it is 6v6. So because they're the same, Doom Grasp, is it Doom Grasp? Number 1, yes. So Doom Grasp has to roll 3s to hit. I missed 2. So 4 hits. Bloodgrind has 6 dice. He needs 6s to defend. He gets 1, 6. That takes away 1 of the hits. So he takes 3 damage. So his life's a little bit lower, so he takes 3. He's down to 3. Now, we're going to activate on the 11, we're going to activate the other Tentacle Beast. Okay, we'll think about what to do with Lorkbex in a minute. So I'll move in the other Tentacle Beast. He will move in again to attack the same Spined Demon. Now the Spined Demon is going to get a -2 to his combat because of the 2 Tentacle Beasts. So this Tentacle Beast is Foul Ooze. He only has a combat of 4. 3, 4 plus 1 for charging, which is 5. The Spined Demon has a combat of 7, -2 because of the 2 Tentacle Beasts, makes 5. So 5 versus 5. So again, he needs to roll 3s to hit. Misses 1. So 4 hits. So the Spined Demon, Bloodgrind, needs 6 hits. He gets 1, 6, which blocks one of the attacks. So he takes 3 damage, which is enough to kill him. Rip. So the Demented get a soul dice, which we're going to roll, and it's a 4. Now, because they have now lost one of their figures, yeah, he's dead, they also have to lose an activation dice, so that dice gets lost. Right, so the 2 tentacle beasts have taken out the spine demon. Bloodgrind, he's out of the game. And they've got a soul dice with a value of 4, so we can replace a dice with that, or we can use that for movement. Alright, next we have, okay, we've got one more 11 for the Demented. Who shall I activate first? Yeah, I think I need to move away. So I think I'm going to move him through the gate, through the void gate, and see what happens. So to center, it is 2 inches to the center. So War Spittle moves 2 inches to the center here. Yeah, moves 2 inches to the void gate, goes through the void gate. He has 3 move left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he goes through the void portal, he comes out of the same void portal and has 3 move left. I mean, this was like a running skirmish. I mean, he's not doing a charge, he was trying to run away. I mean, he could hit the Corpulent and then run down the bridge. He's only got 3 move left, hasn't he? Yeah, I think he'll do that. So he'll move. Is he within half an inch? Can't see. Yep, he's within half an inch. So he can attack and then move 3 inches away. But he gets no bonuses because he's doing a running skirmish. Because I was expecting just to run away with him, not to actually attack anybody. Alright, so running skirmish, no effect on him. So War Spittle has a combat of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No modifiers because he's doing a running skirmish. The Corpulent Demon. Corpulent Demon. This is Corpulent Demon number 1. There's enough space that you can get through. Number 1, which is Bile Slake. He has a combat of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so because his combat is higher, he needs 2s to hit. Well, 2, 4, 6 hits. 6 hits. So Bile Slake needs 6s, gets none, takes 4 damage. He's got 15 life, so he's down to 11. Okay, and then, oh, he's going to die, isn't he? He's going to carry on moving down the bridge, I think. So he's going to move 3 inches down the bridge. So that will bring him about there. Okay. So what can I do? I've got that other Slaughter Fiend over there. I've got Lorkbex over here. I've got the Madness Demon. The Slaughter Fiend. How far is he moving? So he's going to charge. So how far to get across there? 3 inches. 3 inches to here. It's going to attack the Corpulent Demon there. So he gets +1. So this is Heart Spurt. Combat of 6. 1, 2, 3, 456 plus 1 for charging. And then the Corpulent Demon there. There's Lewdworm. Combat of 4. Okay. 2s to hit. Missed 1. So 2, 4, 6. 6 hits. No saves. So Lewdworm takes 6 damage, so he's down to 9. So the Demented only have 3 activations left. Alright, the judges have got 3 activations, and then there's a roll off with the 8s. Alright, 3 activations, what are we going to do? Okay, the Executioner will charge this guy, and this is number 2. So this is Foul Ooze. So the Executioner will attack Foul Ooze. It's within 1 inch of both of them. He's going to get a -2. So Executioner has 8. Plus 1 for charge is 9. -2 is 7. 7 dice. Foul Ooze gets 4 dice. No modifiers. Okay. So 2, 4, 6, 7. So he needs 2s to hit. Oh, this is twice. So 2, 4, 5 hits. Foul Ooze rolls for defense. Gets 2 successful defenses. So 3 hits on Foul Ooze. So he's down to 6. I'll move the relic guy back. So the relic Spined Demon. Spined Demon move is 6. So I'll move him. He hasn't got enough move to jump over there. Doesn't have enough move, so he just moves to the edge. So he moves over here with the relic. But because he started near the forest, I have to check. On a 5 or 6, he takes damage. Nope. Yeah, I'm just going to move the Slaughter Fiend back to here. Again, he has to check whether the forest, because he started within the forest, I'll take the 4, because essence, if I can choose which ones I'll take the 4, so it doesn't get affected. Okay. That's that done. Now we have to roll off for the 8s. Oh, last time was the Demented, wasn't it? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll split it. So judges go first and last. Demented go second. So judges have got 1 more activation before there. So 3 activations left. We have the Corpulence and Pathgar. So we activate Pathgar. He will focus attack the Slaughter Fiend. Hang on. Yeah. So he will focus attack. He's within half an inch, not a problem. He will focus attack on that Slaughter Fiend. The Slaughter Fiend is number 1. So Slaughter Fiend number 1 is Heart Spurt, hasn't been hurt yet. Okay. So he has a combat of 6. 2, 4. 6 dice in defense, and Pathgar has 6 plus 2. So he has a combat of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 1 for focused, plus 2 for frenzy. Oof. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 versus 6. Okay, he needs 2s to hit. Misses 1. So 2, 4, 6, 8 hits. That wasn't a natural 6. So Okay, 6, 7, 8 hits. Heart Spurt needs 6s. He gets 1 6. Okay, so 1 gets blocked. So he takes 7 damage. Heart Spurt takes 7 damage. He's now down to 3. Ouch. Okay, now we have the Demented. Who have we got left? We have the Mephit, we have Lorkbex, and we have the Madness Demon, Vecheron. Lorkbex has to move so the Madness Demon can get out. I think I'm going to move Lorkbex into the forest, ready to attack next turn. So he's going to move of 7, but I don't want to get too far away from the Madness Demon. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move. The Madness Demon can move 5, so 5 brings me to there. He can move 5 to there. Okay, so I'm going to move Lorkbex 4 inches, which will bring him there. Okay, so we need to make a roll to see whether he's affected by the forest, and he is. He takes D3 damage, takes 2 damage. Lorkbex takes 2 damage, he's down to 13, so he's there. Lorkbex is there, okay, in the forest, getting ready to charge the relic. Now we're back to the judges. We've got the 2 Corpulent Demons, so I'll do the Corpulent Demon next to Pathgar. So we'll activate this guy next. He will attack the Slaughter Fiend. So Corpulent Demon has a combat of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1 for focused. He also heals back 2 life. Which one's this one? This is number 2. So this is Lewdworm. So he heals back 2, so he's down up to 11. 4 plus 1 for fighting. And then this is Heart Spurt, so he has 6 dice in defense. 5, 6. So 5 versus 6. So Lewdworm needs to roll 4s. Missed 3. So 2 hits. Heart Spurt needs 6s to block. Doesn't get any. Takes 2 damage. Heart Spurt is down to 1. Ooh, that's not good at all. Maybe I should have used the soul dice for move. Alright. We now have the last judge, which is on a 4, and then we have the 2 3s here. So the last judge is the last Corpulent Demon, this guy. He is going to, I think he's doing ½ inch. Yeah, not really. So charge. So Corpulent Demon, this is Bile Slake. Heals back 2. So he's up to 13. Combat of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1 for charge. The Slaughter Fiend gets 6. Just check. This should be number 2. Yes. So this is War Spittle. He's only got 3 life left, so he's got to defend well this time. Okay. 5 versus 6. So we need 4s. Miss 1. So that's 4 hits. Needs 6s to defend. None. 4 hits. War Spittle dead. So War Spittle goes down. Lose activation dice. So we can only activate the Mephit or the Madness Demon. Ooh, that's not good. And the judges get a soul dice, which they roll a 2. That could be quite useful, because you can use soul dice to replace your opponent's dice in combat as well. Okay. We have 1 activation left, and that is for the Demented. Now I've got to choose the Mephit or the Madness Demon. I think it's going to be Vecheron. So we're going to move him. Okay, he's got a movement of 5, so he can go right up behind Lockbex, the leader. So he goes right up behind Lockbex. Place, there's a 3 on it. There you go. Goes there. So the Madness Demon is right behind Lockbex, ready to charge in on the relic. So the end of round 3. This is what we have. A little bit of combat over here. The Slaughter Fiend there, Heartspurt, is not looking good. The other Slaughter Fiend was killed by the Corpulent Demon, is now dead over there. Over here, the Spined Demon is dead. The other Spined Demon has the relic. The Executioner has moved in and done a little bit of damage to the Tentacle Beasts. But here comes Lorkbex and the Madness Demon with the Mephit waiting his turn to come in and steal the glory again. Good old Death. What's his name? Death Belch. Death Belch. So what he did in the last game. Came in at the last minute to kill the leader to win the game. He's probably going to do the same thing again this time. Okay. Okay. Ready for turn 4. It's only 5 rounds, so I've got to do things quickly now. 2 turns left. This is now turn 4. 2 turns left. Okay, activations. Judges. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, we've got a 10. We've got a 9. We've got an 8. We've got a 5. A 3. And a 1. Okay, Lorkbex is still alive, so we still get his ability to re-roll initiative dice. It's such a powerful ability. Alright, so what do we get? Oh, good grief. I think I'll probably keep the 8 and just re-roll everything else. Look at that, terrible. 6, 6, 6, 6, 4, 3. Yeah, I'm just going to re-roll everything. I'll keep the 8. It's a bit better. We've got an 11. We've got a 10. Got another 10. Got a 7. Got a 1. Okay, that's better. That's better. Okay. So, Lorkbex, with the activation of 11, is going to charge the Spined Demon with the relic. Before that happens, we have to check because he's within 1 inch of the forest. So we check 4, nothing happens. He has a move of 7. So he has enough move to make contact. So he's charging in on the Spined Demon. Now this is Spined Demon. Windrend. He's already taken damage. He's down to 5 health. That's not good. Okay. So his Windrend has a combat of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lorkbex has a combat of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 1 for charging. Okay, so I'm going to use the judges enforcing the rules. Once per round, enemy model gets no benefits for combat attack. So I'm going to use that on Lorkbex. So that basically means his Soul Drinker and his Combat Master will have no effect this time. Then my Spine Demon might have a chance of staying alive. Okay. So 2, 4, 6, 8 damage. Sorry, 8 dice. So he needs 2s to hit. All hit. And look, 3 6s. That could have been 6 damage there. Each one doing 2 damage. Oof. Luckily we used enforcing the rules. So no benefit. So we just got 2, 4, 6, 8 hits. Could have been a lot worse. could have been a lot worse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 8 hits. Now, Windrend needs all of these to be 6s. He got 2. So he takes 6 damage instead of 8. So 6 damage, he's on 5, he's dead. So the Demented get another soul dice, which is a 6. The judges lose one of their activation dice for this turn. And the Spined Demon is dead. Spined Demon goes over there. The relic falls where it was. Now, the game could end. I think it will end, actually, because I think the judges, did the judges go first with the tied dice? Did they go first last time? Does that mean the Demented go first this time? I can't honestly remember, because we have the judges have got a 10 and the Demented have got 2 10s, but I can't remember. Did the judges go first in the last tie? Or was it the Demented go first in the last tie? I honestly can't remember. Okay, the fairest thing to do would just to have a roll off, I think. Just to have a roll off to see who goes first. So, red will be for the Demented because they have 2, so I'm rolling 2 dice. And the judges, there's a blue dice. If the Demented go first, they could actually win. So let's see. Okay, so 4 and 2 5s. So 2 5s re-roll. 5, 4. So Demented, judges, Demented. Alright, we are going to activate the Demented. We're going to activate the method. Now he's going to use Running Skirmish. Okay, Running Skirmish. So he has a move of 12 with Running Skirmish. Now he also has Fly. So he can move 12 inches, which is not enough. But I am going to use my soul dice as movement. So I get an extra 6 inches of movement. So I can move 18 inches, which is easily enough for Deathbelch, the tiny Mevit, the hero of the last game, to fly over to this relic and to use his attack to smash the relic and win the game. Once again, Deathbelch, winner.